Azael is organizing his baseball cards. He has 125 cards to divide evenly among 5 pages in his binder. How many cards does Azael put on each page? Azael puts blank number of baseball cards on each page of his binder. Let's read that again. Azael is organizing his baseball cards. He has 125 cards to divide evenly among 5 pages in his binder. How many cards does Azael put on each page? Our answer will read, Azael puts a number of baseball cards on each page of his binder. Okay, so we know Azael has 125 baseball cards. We know that we need to divide those cards among 5 pages. And the question was, how many cards per page? How many cards will we put on each page of the binder? All right, so our plan. Well, like always, we're going to estimate. And then they tell us what to do. They tell us we're going to divide. Okay? All right, so let's say he does have 125 baseball cards, which that's quite a collection there, Azael. He has 125 baseball cards, and we're told that we're going to divide it into 5 pages. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of the binder. Okay, so we're trying to figure out exactly how many will fit on each page. Let's go ahead and estimate. I am going to do, let's see, I'm going to change 125. I'm going to estimate 120 divided by, I'm going to use 6. It's compatible in my brain anyway. Okay. So we have the 120, approximately 120 cards that are going on to 6 pages. This is our estimate. And I know that 6 fits into 12 2 times, and then I have this trailing 0. So there are going to be approximately, remember that's what that wavy little line means, approximately 20 cards on each page. So our problem with the harder numbers, we'll say 125 divided by 5 is going to give us the number of cards. This marker is driving me crazy. Cards per page. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's use that big 7 we talked about earlier. Alright, so I'm going to, let me switch markers because this marker is annoying me. Okay, here we go. That's better. Alright, so draw your giant 7. We're putting the number, the large number that's to be divided, under the roof. To the left, we're putting the number that we're dividing by. Do you remember the fancy words, the math words for these? Okay, so this is the divisor, and this is the dividend. Okay, and then of course our answer, we don't know it right now, but our answer will be the quotient. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and think of an easy multiple of 5 that I can take away from 125. And what you can do, if you don't have them memorized, you can write your multiples of 5 over to the side, and that will help you. So let's see, this is going to be 1s, And this is going to be tens. We have 50, 100, 150, 200. I don't even need to go that high because my dividend is only 125, so I really don't even need to go that high. Okay, and then of course my hundreds, that would be, let's see. Oh, that's too big. I don't even need that. All right, so let's go ahead. Pick a multiple of 5 that's close to 125. This is the one that I see that's closest without going over. Okay, we can't go over 125. So this guy we don't need. All right, so 5 times 20 is 100, right? You see that? 5 times 10, 5 times 20. So 5 times 20 is 100. I'm going to subtract. Oh, and then I know this one. This is 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4, 5 times 5 is 25. So now I've gotten myself to 0, so I don't have to do any more of that part. My last step is just going to be to add the numbers on the right side of my giant 7. And I put 20 and 5 together, I get 25. Okay, so the answer to our question is Azael put 25 cards on each page of his binder. Let's check it. Let's do the opposite operation to check it, because I see that my estimate of 20 is pretty close to 25. I think that this is correct. I just want to make sure. So I'm going to do 25 times 5. And hopefully that equals 125, right? So 20 plus 5. And I'm going to multiply that by 5. Right? Because 20 plus 5 is the same as 25. All right, so my first step, 20 times 5. Well, we know that's 100. And then my next step is 5 times 5. That's 25. Well, if I add up 125, do I get 125? Yes, I do. So we got that correct. Let's go type it into our sentence. Azael puts 25 baseball cards on each page of his